one more time, y'all. This the last video. Cause like I said, the things I've been through is a book. It's not, and it just runs deep. To be keep doing these videos like this. So I'm starting to feel like um I want to shut it down. So this the last one. But anyway, yes. So basically, yes, that's what it was. And so when I had came to that 7 day mark, and I was like in the bathroom when I was like a little bit distraught, and I was crying because it was a multitude of things that happened and things that was occurring that I went through. Like I said, it's too much to speak about. But I had kind of got to a place where you just get to a place where you just be tired, and you just sit there for a minute and you just be like you just be done. And when you get to that space, like it's something that comes over you and your demeanor changes. And because even then it was like I didn't have privacy in the bathroom. It was like I went to the bathroom sometimes just to sit down, because many of them will not come in the bathroom, but some of them will. I don't know what that's all about, why many of them won't do that, but some of them will. You could be showering and they could be right there in the tub with you, like just stupid shit that, like I said, I had to grow accustomed to and get adjusted to. Like, there's no such thing as privacy. And then I had learned about attachments too, because all human beings have an attachment, certain ones that attach to you in certain areas in your body. And because I was able to see in the mirror that I had one lodged in my shoulder, in the back of my shoulder. But anyway, that's a topic for another day when I get into the things with attachments. Yeah, so I had got to this place where I was just like, I was just over it. I was just done. And something came over me, and it's like some type of, it's a power in that. I don't know how to explain it, but it's a power in that when you get to that state. I feel like that was something my higher self wanted me to see as well, because it created a certain humility in me and a calmness that was just like, I ain't give a fuck no more. And when some of the beings like would come to me, and just because I realized many of them was just like trying to gain energy from me too, like just trying to piss me off, like to gain energy. A lot of things was like to gain energy, because we're like a conduit, a food source. So if they can gain energy from you, and mind you, I'm talking about the matrix beings and the ones that are within um the matrix and whatnot. It's some interdimensional beings too, like I suppose, but I'm talking about mostly, let's talk about 4D right now. Let's focus on 4D right now. um I suppose. But anyway, yeah, so it was like this particular calm settled over me, and this humility, but it was like a power within it. And I just remember like certain ones coming to me, and just the way I would be looking at them, like, and it was intimidating. That was like the first time I seen like that it was intimidating. Like, me looking at them was very intimidating. Like, if you could see like the way they would fold or like move away from me, let's just like, I was like, that was interesting, you know. And at the time, like, I didn't really know. I just was like over it and just still in my observant mode and like paying attention to multiple things. And my spirit team let me know later on down the line what that was all about. And I just saw, like I said, because like when you're in your power as well, and you're not operating from a, because it has to be real. It cannot be, you can't operate from ego when you are dealing with these beings, because that's their world. That they love that. If they look in your eyes and they scan your eyes and they see impurities within you, like looking within you and they see impurities, they literally like will step back and smirk. Like, they will like literally smirk in your face, like in a way where it's like telling, like like, and because they love to see that. They love to see corruption within you. They love to see you not fully anchored in your power. But when you anchor in your power, or you move from a space of true fearlessness, it is like, it is, they fold. They like mush, basically. And now, I'm not gonna lie, it's certain ones that they are egotistical to the core, where it's like certain beings I'm talking about, like the reptilian ones, that you could stand, you could, because I stood my own with all of these beings, but you could stand your own. And it's just particular beings that are very harsh, because they're very egotistical and very like I said, that's their world. And many of these beings too, it's like they don't respect humans. They don't respect human beings, because I actually met two other beings that were like, I want to say they was like royalty. The way they looked to me, they didn't have like, I won't say they was reptilian, but they was somewhere in that, a little bit out there, like as far as, obviously they was some type of interdimensional being. I don't know. But it was like a male and a female, and they seemed like they was royalty. Like I said, everyone would come through with this. I was basically doing a staring contest with everybody, because I wasn't folding. And they sometimes, for some of them, because they can, the harsher ones that don't respect human beings, and many of them, they may not know who you are. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not a human being. I'm an interdimensional being. Some of them may not know who you are, but the fact that you are in human form, they just don't really respect humans, like many of them. And they just look at us like a food source or whatever. And yeah, these particular beings try to intimidate me. and, and they was like shape shifting, and they kept growing bigger and expanding and expanding. And I just remember that the woman, she did not like the fact that I was like staring her down, like staring back at her. She did not like the fact of that. But it's like, it is what it is. Like, y'all not about to get. So anyway, I was cultivated for this, is what I'm trying to say. This has been my life, and I've been cultivated for this. And when you watch a verse in these realities and these realms, you gotta be able to hold your own. I ain't gonna say like all the time that I've held my own, because I've gone through it throughout different stages in my life. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying, like, it really builds you. You really grow and you expand and you build within it, and that's how it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? But yes, I went through many experiences with that, and yeah. So when you are operating from a space of your multidimensional awareness, and you are very open or tapped in, it is like it sends a signal and a beacon out in the matrix grid, where many of them will try to come and like put you back under real quick. So they be bombarding you with different things and different tactics and different energetic tech. Whether they're putting nodes on you, constantly trying to implant you. So all the things that they kept doing wasn't working. Like, they couldn't put me back to sleep or whatever, or put me under, because that was one of my threshold moments. It was something I was supposed to go through, that my higher self set up. Like, this has been my life and my work, and this is part of my path. So it was something that my higher self set up, so they couldn't like put me back under. So it was like causing a lot of friction, and just many babes just coming through wanting to witness the one that's awake, or wanting to gain energy from me in whatever momentum or way they could. I even had like ones that were like press up against the glass, and you have different ones. They try to appeal to different natures within you, or things that they think that you like or whatever, and they try to appeal to you in specific ways. It's different types and different ones, and this was a school. Basically, it was something that I had to go through, and I had to experience the school of all these different beings, and traversing that, that was necessary. Anyway, I'm going to stop it here. But yeah, like I said, if you want to work with me or if you want to do a book a channeled or personal download, you can contact me through my bio, my email, or just DM me, and I can shoot you some details about everything and what that entails.